first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Taking in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. Orchestrating the offense, a man born back in 1990 in Pocatello, Idaho. That's Taysom Hill.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Hill looking to throw it here with the first play.
And he will slide to a halt at the end of that one. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Hill. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Hill. Buying time to his left. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Hill.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Hill.
That's again complete to Palmer. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. The Eagles at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now the number 8 rusher in the NFL last season, it's Elijah Mitchell.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Elijah Mitchell, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon.
Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
So here come the Cardinals now for their first drive.
They'll be led out by Deshaun Watson. Of course, he won a national title at Clemson and already has 3 Pro Bowls under his belt in the National Football League.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Watson on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing again is Watson. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On first down, Watson. Open man is Uzomah. The numbers for him from a week ago. 6 catches, 63 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson, he'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Holding offense. That's not good enough, man.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Watson now to throw. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
To throw is Watson. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Boswell good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll. Looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Hill's throw caught by Higgins. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Hill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Hill now to throw.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Hill looks to throw.
And they try to set up the screen, but that almost disaster as it falls incomplete. Very nearly a turnover, but it's 4th down.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game.
This is always a tricky angle for a right-footed kicker because he's trying to draw it to the center of the uprights, but instead he pushes it to the right, and it's no good.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards for number 11.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And his throw is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Open man is Michael Thomas.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. From the 27, Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Christian McCaffrey.
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
He's showing the different ways he can hit you in this first quarter. 1 rushing, 1 receiving touchdown.
He's showing us he's not just a stereotype, isn't he? Not just a guy who carries the ball in the backfield, can get out into space, make plays with his hands downfield. That's a pretty good combination right there.
Defensively, you'd prefer to be going against the stereotype, wouldn't you?
At least you know where he is, right? That gives you a chance to get more people to him and get him on the ground.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
Pretty effective opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the touchdown run earlier, and if he pops more of these 10 to 20-yard carries, could be a long game.
Yeah, those types of explosive runs wear down a defense. I think they need to add more people to the box, closer to the line of scrimmage, force them to throw the football, and see if they can slow them down that way.
Now Hill looking to throw on first.
He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play.
On second down, here's Mitchell. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on third, Hill. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Emmanuel Agba, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They were losers last week to Carolina, but they've got the lead here as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Watson off play action. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. On first down, Hill. Open man is Higgins.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, Hill. Forced out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Hill.
Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll dump that one off to Mitchell.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back. And even then, they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Well, the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Watson going to keep it himself.
Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. The offense on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Watson. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hill. He's got Higgins over the middle.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Play fake. Hill. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Hill on first down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
3rd and long. It's Hill.
Screen play setting it up for Mitchell.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You know, in boxing, they throw in the towel. In this case, you just kind of wave the white flag, and you think to yourself, if he could just get past that initial wave, he's got a chance to get free. But that screen, it was going nowhere from the start. It forces a 4th down.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
We're trailing here in the first half still, but maybe, Charles, that'll help them get some momentum back. First the forced fumble, and then they're able to get a field goal out of it.
And down in the game, they came out and created their own opportunity on one side of the ball and did get points out of it, as you mentioned. Complimentary football right there as they try and bring this one back to even.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line.
A huge play there for Arizona. 45 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Watson's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
On second down, there's the option going left.
Down inside the 10.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Watson going to try and run it.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Boswell's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now Hill. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hill's throw taken in by Palmer.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, you see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
On 1st down, Watson.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Watson on 3rd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boswell's kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Yeah, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. To throw is Hill. Flushed out right. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it on one hand, put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
This pass complete to Higgins. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before break. Hill. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We get started in the NFC. A long flight from SFO as San Francisco heads east to take on Carolina. And the Panthers are out in front as they play the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for Russell Wilson. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Patrick Mahomes, terrific in the victory as his guys up their mark to 4-1 now. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Dameon Pierce. What a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Injuries got to McCaffrey again in 2021. He's played just 10 games since his historic 2019 season. He's been averaging well over 100 yards per game when he's out there, though. And fans of the game are hoping this is the year he gets back to a full season of work.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Watson. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Throwing again on second down. Watson to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 3rd and 2, Watson. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
On first down, it's Watson. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 18-yard line. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. A shotgun snap for Watson. Over the middle here to Brown. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
McCaffrey will take this one in. It's a Cardinal touchdown. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Hill now to throw.
And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Throwing on third down. Hill. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the third, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 12-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
1st down, here's Mitchell.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Hill.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Hill.
Checks this one down. It's Mitchell.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On 2nd and 9, Watson, and it's incomplete. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Watson. Caught out left side by Robinson.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
This is McCaffrey on the give.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And Thomas has it. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. First and 10 in the red zone.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From the red zone now, Watson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now it's Watson. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
To the air yet again, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. C.J. Uzomah, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Cardinals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On first down, it's Hill. Incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Hill. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
On first and 10, Hill. Open man is Fordson. He's got it. And again, it's Hill. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Now Hill looking to throw on first. That's another one complete to Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. To throw again on second down. Hill to the right side. It's caught by Mitchell. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. From the gun on 3rd, Hill. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Hill looks to throw.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Cards are going to have it here at their own 15.
Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
Little power on the move that time. It's still tackled shy of the 20.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
And now a pause because we've got A.J. Brown dinged up on that last play, and they're going to have to get some medical attention to him. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson.
And now Watson throws another interception.
Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. Hill's throw complete to Otten. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Now Hill.
That's into the hands of Fortson. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now a throw here to his running back. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hill. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Rashard Higgins. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They go with the option on 4th down, left side. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
And there's your dagger right there. I tell you, there's a lot of coaches in the league that would not have gone for it on 4th down. But with a 2-score lead, they roll the dice. Get the first down, and that should be enough to salt this one away.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Cardinals, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they will get a home date next.